Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about if Carly Shay from iCarly and Megan Parker from the beloved Drake and Josh, from Nickelodeon's Drake and Josh. Megan Parker, Carly Shay. How iCarly is leading a double life. She's kind of like Hannah Montana of Nickelodeon. Oh.
Yes.
So first, we're going to talk about who is Megan Parker. Here's what we know. That's her. She is Drake's full sister, and she is Josh's stepsister. Yes, step. I made that mistake once before.
Who's a good stepbro?
We also know that she has no real dad. She has Josh's dad, but who's her real dad? We don't know. They live in San Diego, California. She was 9 when the show started and 14 when the show ended. Her birthday, May 14th, 1995, which makes her a Taurus. That's not important, but I felt it needed to be in here. I felt it needed to be in here, okay? See, I know you guys think, what do any of these things have to do with our conspiracy theory? Well, just wait. Exhibit B, iCarly. Now, who is Carly Shay? Okay? Here's where it gets interesting. She lives in Seattle. She has a dad who's in the army and 0 moms. What? That's why this is interesting. Megan Parker has 0 dads. Carly Shay has 0 moms. What do you think that means, guys? The mom? The redheaded chick from Drake and Josh. And iCarly's dad, they're the parents. Come on, people. It's so obvious. She also has a brother, Spencer, right? We all know Spencer, the artist. He's also Crazy Steve.
Yeah.
Now here's another thing. Pay attention to this. She was 13 in season 1 and 18 in season 5, which means that at one point, iCarly and Drake and Josh overlapped. Weird, right? I looked at that and I said, Tim Eline? They exist in the same timeline. They do, okay? Let me prove it to you. Exhibit A. Things that exist in both shows. Exhibit A. That is a Peruvian puff pepper. That shows up in both shows. That's how you know they're in the same universe. Roll the clip.
Oh my God, the Peruvian puff pepper.
Was it?
10 seconds left. Okay, Tell me the Peruvian puff pepper.
Right here, right here.
Oh, okay.
Get a couple handfuls.
Interesting. The shoe company Deka, or Daka, as I once assumed until I started researching this, are in the same timeline too. On one episode of Drake and Josh, you find Drake and Josh watching a Deka commercial.
Man, it just got so simple now 'cause it makes me happy.
In iCarly, you see her trying to be in a Deka commercial.
I would like to advertise our new sneaker on your show.
Yeah, sure. Oh, it's gonna be good. Yes, we do. On advertising.
Wake up, sheeple. Celebrities Underwater, which is a show about celebrities, in fact, being underwater, is a show that you see characters from both shows watching.
No talking. I can't talk? Nope, I'm watching Celebrities Underwater.
How can David Schwimmer hold his breath this long?
Wait, he's not moving.
Here's the most interesting one. Ik Glakma is a movie seen on Drake and Josh where Josh is trying to impress a girl from some place that doesn't exist.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, check this out. Ik galakma.
On iCarly, you see it premiered at a movie theater. Wow. Interesting. Here is what really made me think. What happened? Things don't make sense. Sure, okay, it's in the same timeline. I mean, even Disney and Pixar have movies in the same timeline. That's not that weird. But what made it weird, guys, is this clip right here. It doesn't make sense.
I always watch because I've been worried about your posture.
Who's she?
I don't believe I know you.
Where's Josh? Where's Mom and Dad?
Wake up, sheeple. What is Drake doing in iCarly asking Megan where Mom and Dad are? Now, isn't that interesting? Why would Drake be saying to Megan, Carly, where's Mom and Dad? Hey, Megan, what is that? Why is that happening? I don't understand. There's no logical reason how that could be happening if the two characters are two different people. Here is the very interesting conspiracy theory about Crazy Steve. There is Crazy Steve from Drake and Josh yelling at Josh about his enchilada. That's how you know he's crazy. Here is the crazy conspiracy theory that was made by a girl off of DeviantArt. You can read it here. And it goes like this. Crazy Steve has a sister, and she died very young. He met Megan Parker and realized, oh my God, she looks just like Carly. So he kidnapped Megan. He committed not alive to Drake and Josh and their family, took her to Seattle, changed his name to Spencer. Megan was terrified. She just went with it. Her name's Carly. Dope. And then finally, after years, Crazy Steve's dad finds out. He takes Megan back. Well, Carly, then Megan, back home. Crazy Steve freaks out, commits not alive to Freddie. Sam gets freaked out. She moves to LA where she meets Ariana Grande, and then they have their own little thing going on. That's the conspiracy theory. So here's why it works. So here is why the Drake clip works perfectly with this theory. You know how I said Crazy Steve killed Drake and Josh? Well, Drake somehow escapes. He then finds Megan, comes up to her. Hey, Megan. She goes, hey, what's up? Completely disregarding the fact that nobody knows who Megan is. He says, where's Mom and Dad? Because guess what? Crazy Steve killed Mom and Dad. Of course he's wondering where they are. He has no idea. He got almost killed and had no idea. We don't know what happened to him. He could have been stuck underground with the aliens from Area 51. He had no idea. He took a spoon, and carved his way out from underground. And here's why that doesn't work. Well, you see, it still does not explain why you find Gibby wearing a Drake and Josh hat in this clip.
There and there.
It also does not explain how Carly and Sam met when they were 8 years old, and Carly remembers that. If Carly was actually Megan, she would not have remembered the fact that Sam and Carly met at 8 years old. She would have no recollection, but she does. It also does not explain the Parker and Nichols Hotel, which, if you know, Drake Parker, Josh Nichols.
I'll be at the Parker Nichols Hotel, 2 blocks over.
Unless Drake and Josh are some Kardashians of their time. And here is another conspiracy theory. So according to MTV, which you know is true because MTV spits all the facts, spitting straight facts, Drake and Josh in this reality is exactly that, a reality TV show. I honestly think that makes even more sense. Do you want to see why? I bet you do. There's a lot of evidence to back this up. Let's see. See? Exhibit A. As you can see here, that is Sam. We love Sam. And look, who is that? Who is that? That's Drake. That's Drake on her locker. How would she know who Drake is unless he's a celebrity in this universe? On multiple occasions in iCarly, we see Carly watching herself on TV as Megan.
You didn't kill Hervé. The camera flash just stunned him. How come that little girl's so good at pranks? You think I purposely got the Peruvian puff peppers knowing you'd steal them from me?
We also see Spencer watching himself on TV as Crazy Steve. And you know what's crazier than Steve about that? In the clip, you see Spencer watching Crazy Steve. Carly comes up to him, turns off the TV. Spencer says, "Why'd you turn that off?" She says, "I'm turning you off."
Hey, why'd you turn that off?
I'm turning you off.
I'm turning you off. That means she and he, they both know they are on TV. That is them. They are they. In another scene, we see Freddie and Sam singing the intro to Drake and Josh to Carly, and Carly is very visibly uncomfortable.
It's gonna take some time to realign.
Why is she uncomfortable? How do they know that song? I think, and this is just me assuming, what if Carly wants to distance herself from this reality TV show? It all makes sense if you think about it. Finally, the thing that makes this evidence oh so clear is on one scene of iCarly, and you have to look very, very closely at this one. You see Drake and Josh on the TV, like, you know those menus on TVs, like with y'all with cable? You see the words Drake and Josh in the menu on TV. And that only means that this was a cable television reality TV show that everybody watched. So in conclusion, people, here is my theory. Here's what I think is correct. Megan Parker was always Carly Shay. So Carly Shay was a child actress on a reality TV show called Drake and Josh. She and her brother were both in it. So basically, there was an overlapping time when she was 13 and 14 where Drake and Josh and iCarly overlapped. When that was finishing, that's when she decided she wanted to distance herself from Drake and Josh and decided to make a web show so she could have her own personality that wasn't known as the mean, maniacal little sister. Once Drake and Josh ended, she couldn't shake the feeling of needing to be in entertainment so she could continue on with her acting and her entertainment bug. It also answers the question of how the heck Spencer can afford a 3-story penthouse apartment in Seattle on an artist's budget. It's because he's a reality TV star. It all makes sense. In conclusion, I really feel like we can kind of all relate to Carly on this level. We all want to distance ourselves from our past, you know? I am Carly. You are Carly. We don't want to be the people that we were when we were 12 years old. We always are trying to reinvent ourselves, you know? I feel bad for Carly. I do. It's no wonder she wanted to do this. It all makes sense. Yeah. Hold on, I just need a minute. Okay, take to
What?
pause it.
What?
And that, my friends, is the answer to the long-awaited question of, is Carly Shay and Megan Parker the same person? The answer is kinda. I hope that we have all learned today why Carly Shay and Megan Parker are the same person. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed this very interesting conspiracy theory Please subscribe for more if you liked this. I could make more of these because, let's face it, it was amazing. Anyway, please don't forget to like and subscribe. All of those fun things. Comment down below your favorite whatever about this thing. And I will see you on the other side.